In the dimly lit parlour of an ornate Victorian mansion, Lady Eleanor Fitzroy sat alone by the fire. Her delicate fingers clutched a tattered letter, its words etched into her soul like a haunting melody. The room was filled with antique furniture, but it was a peculiar clock that drew her attention. Its intricate gears whirred softly, counting the minutes with a rhythmic tick-tock. Lady Eleanor was known throughout London society for her charm and grace, but behind her porcelain facade hid a restless mind. She had been plagued by the same recurring nightmare for months, a sinister figure, cloaked in shadows, whispering secrets that curdled her blood. As the clock struck midnight, a knock at the door sent shivers down her spine. A man in a tattered coat entered, his eyes darting around the room. His name was Dr. Sebastian Fairfax, a renowned psychologist who specialized in treating peculiar cases. "Good evening, Lady Fitzroy," he greeted her with a slight bow. "Doctor," she replied, her voice quivering, "I am desperate. I fear I am losing my mind." Dr. Fairfax examined the letter she handed him. It contained the ramblings of her nightmares, filled with cryptic messages and symbols. He gazed at the clock, its gears spinning with an almost hypnotic allure. "Tell me about your dreams," he said, his eyes never leaving the clock. Lady Eleanor recounted her nightmares, describing the figure's whispers and her growing paranoia. Dr. Fairfax listened intently, occasionally glancing at the clock, which seemed to hold an unusual fascination for him. After a lengthy discussion, he made an astonishing diagnosis. "Lady Eleanor, you suffer from a condition I have only read about in obscure medical texts. It is a rare ailment known as horologiphobia, an irrational fear of time itself." Lady Eleanor was taken aback. "But what does that have to do with my nightmares?" Dr. Fairfax explained. "Your mind has become entangled with the clock's relentless ticking, a symbol of the passage of time that you dread. Your dreams are a manifestation of your subconscious battling this fear." He proposed an unorthodox treatment, suggesting that they confront the clock together. Lady Eleanor agreed, desperate for relief. They approached the clock, and Dr. Fairfax tinkered with its gears. As he did, the clock's tick-tock slowed, its hypnotic hold weakening. Lady Eleanor closed her eyes and took a deep breath. She faced her fear head-on, whispering words of defiance to the shadowy figure of her nightmares. The room seemed to ripple with tension as the clock's gears ground to a halt. Suddenly the room plunged into darkness, and Lady Eleanor felt a weight lift from her shoulders. When the lights came back on, the clock lay dormant, its gears still. Dr. Fairfax smiled, a twinkle in his eye. "Time no longer holds power over you," he declared. Months passed, and Lady Eleanor's nightmares ceased. She and Dr. Fairfax developed a close friendship, studying the enigmatic clock and its effects on the human mind. The tale of Lady Eleanor Fitzroy and Dr. Sebastian Fairfax became a curious legend, a story of a Victorian woman who conquered her fears and a psychologist who dared to unravel the mysteries of the human mind. The clock, forever silent, stood as a symbol of their triumph over the relentless march of time.